Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the orchestra of the Four Tops under the direction of George Rountree.
I got into music at the tender age of 8 years old. That was in August the 8th. I never forget it. August the 8th, 1958. I started playing piano. I had piano lessons, and my piano teacher was only about 5 houses away from where I lived. And I had music lessons twice a week. And at that time, I never will forget, music lessons were $1 per lesson. The name of the group was Leonard King and the Soul Messengers. It happened to be that Leonard was our paper boy. And Leonard was about 2-3 years older than me. He would come by, he's delivering papers. He could hear me practicing. I was practicing my piano, doing a little Beethoven and this and that. And he asked my mom, could I play with the jazz band? He and 2 other brothers were in a jazz band called the Jazz Septet. We had 7 members. And after a period of my mom saying, no, you can't play, you can't practice on Saturdays, or you can't play on Sundays, I was able to, make a real nice little impression. And our group, we backed up, we were in talent shows, we backed up singers and groups all through high school. I learned everything that was on the radio. And I give my credit to Leonard King right now. He's a drummer, and he's still in Detroit. Well, he's in Minneapolis right now. But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who and where I am today. We signed with the record company, and I was nervous because I was still playing at a church also. And this producer wanted us to come up with something. We had no originals of our own. We were playing jazz, we were playing covered jazz stuff because we were playing nightclubs. We just came up with some kind of blues. Matter of fact, we created it right there in the studio, which to me, it was naked. It didn't have any, it was just a 12-bar blues. And I don't know who named it. I don't know if it was the producer or Leonard, I don't know, but someone called it the Barracuda. But I was excited because it was the first time that I had ever heard anything that I played reproduced. Uriel would come by to pick Marion up. That was my uncle's name, Marion. And he saw me practicing or something, and yeah, he sounds good. That boy might be something one day. When I was with Leonard King and the Soul Messengers, we played in a nightclub. We were invited to play at Chit Chat, the Chit Chat. Very unique, soulful hangout on Detroit's west side. Earl Van Dyke, Uriel, Robert White, Jamerson, Eddie Willis. I'm naming the guys that were the crux of the Funk Brothers. At that time, they weren't called the Funk Brothers, but they were the Funk Brothers. Yes, he was. They all were the house bands. When I was in high school, I played French horn, and I played concert band I started arranging. I started experimenting with different instruments, learning the fingering. Well, that all, baseball and football, they all took a back seat. So I was stuck with music, and I liked it. And I don't know, to this day, I'm glad I made that choice. Because here I am pushing 60 years old, I'm still in the music. I couldn't do that if I was a baseball player. You know, who knows? I was playing with a band in Detroit. By this time now, I'm not with Libertine and Soul Messengers anymore. I was with a band that backed up a guy by the name of Billy Charay. And he was managed by a gentleman by the name of Jack Ashford. Funk Brothers Jack Ashford. Jack Ashford and Lorraine Chandler was a songwriting team. And I kind of got with these guys, and I was the music part of the songwriting team. Ashford, Chandler, and Rountree. And Jack, being a producer himself, well, see, by this time, Motown had split. They went to California. Jack, as well as most of the rest of the Detroit musicians, remained in Detroit and was still doing a lot of recording over at Studio B. And Jack would pull me into the recording sessions with him. And I would be the keyboard player. And I would do some arrangements. And the more I got into the studio, I started playing with the likes of the aforementioned Eddie Willis, Uriel, Earl Van Dyke, Bongo Brown. And it was through them that I got with Eddie Kendricks.
This is dedicated to all the ladies in the house. Oh, yeah.
That was in 1975. Eddie had been out on his own for a few years. I was delighted and excited to tour with him for 2 years, including Japan. And Uriel was the drummer. Eddie Willis was on guitar. A guy named Peanut was on bass. Roger Chandler was his name, and myself. And it was a wonderful experience. Very wonderful. I got to see the world.
Trying to run my game on you. No, baby. No, no. Trying to make you know if you let me know.
Actually, Eddie left us. When he left Motown, he went to Arista Records and took about 6 months off. And I had to find work elsewhere, so I got with the Four Tops, January of 1978. We, the band members, we would come to sound check only to see Gil Askey stretched out on one of the chairs sleep, because 3 hours earlier he had conducted a rehearsal with the horn players for both Temptations and the Four Tops music. And I admired him for that. He might have been 200 years old at that time. And I said, I want to be just like him. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sing it, Tree. Sing it.
But Carolyn. No, it's Anastasia. For me. My son, he's got 3 long boys. Okay, you stand there.
Rountree, the man, the legend, the Long Johns.
Captain Morgan.